Welcome, my name is Rachel and today we're going to be doing a 15-minute flow focusing on your hips, spine, and shoulders. This is a perfect one to bring out daily. All you need is a mat and an optional 2 blocks. And we're going to get started right away, coming down onto our backs. Great, either starting with the legs stretched out here, or maybe taking bottoms of the feet together, knees wide, finding a passive hip opener. Let's take 3 full breaths. Really filling the lungs with your inhales, feeling the chest rise, and exhaling from the mouth, feeling the body soften. Big inhale, and exhale. Great, take one more breath at your own pace. Great, and if you're in your knees wide position, reaching the hands down to the outside of the legs to gently close, let's give the knees a hug in towards the chest, taking hands to the front of the shins. We'll start to draw some circles through the knees, either moving in the same direction or opposite, going wide and meeting in the middle. Taking these nice and slow as we start to move through the hips. I find it a little easier to stabilize on my back when I'm moving in opposite, but whichever way feels more comfortable for you. Great, let's go ahead and switch the direction with these circles. What goes one way must go the other. Great, we've got 3 more. Last 2. And last 1, ending with the knees back in towards the chest. To place the left foot down, flex the right foot, crossing right ankle over the left thigh. Coming into a figure 4 stretch. Now we want to flex into this right foot and think about the right knee driving away, actively opening the hip. Now you can keep this grounded if you like, or you can scoop the left leg up, interlacing hands on the back of the thigh. A strap could also be used here if you'd like. Let's find 3 full breaths here in this figure 4. Great, finishing off that last round of breath. If you have the left leg lifted, softening that grip to replace the left foot back down, but keeping the cross with the ankle so we can turn this into a twist. With an exhale, letting this shape fall over to the left, right foot is going to reach for the ground or a block. Thinking about shoulders anchoring down towards the mat here, arms can fall wherever is comfortable. And we'll take 3 breaths. Wow, of course my voice goes here. We'll take 3 breaths to sink into this twist. Great, using those deep exhales. When you finish off that last round with the next inhale, slowly bringing that back to center, uncrossing the right leg to plant the foot. Take that right over to the other side, flexing left foot, left ankle crosses over right thigh. Left knee is thinking about actively driving away, opening through the hip. And you can keep it grounded or scoop it up, interlacing hands on the back of the right leg to find that full figure 4, flexing the feet for 3 breaths here. Great, finishing off that last breath, softening that grip to replace the right foot back down. And with an exhale, letting this shape fall over to the right as the left foot reaches for the ground or a block, turning this into a twist. Thinking about those shoulders anchoring down here as we find 3 full breaths. Great. With the next inhale, let's slowly start to bring that back to center, uncrossing the legs. We're going to take it up to a seat. You can either tuck the legs off to the side to press up or give the knees a hug in and rock it up to a seat. Right away, coming up to a crisscross applesauce seat, sitting up nice and tall. We'll start with some shoulder rolls here, gently drawing the shoulders forward, up to the ears, and together and down the back as you rotate through the socket. Nice. Let's go ahead and switch the direction with these circles. Great, taking these as big as you comfortably can for last 2. And 1. With the next inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. And exhale, letting the arms fall behind the back. Interlacing the fingers, inhale, extending through the arms any amount here, drawing the shoulder blades together, reaching the heart forward. Nice, let's take 1 breath. And then taking this fist, rebending into the elbows. So take this fist over by the right side body. Nice. If this right elbow is winging out, let's try and draw that in. And then taking right ear over to right shoulder, getting a little stretch through the side of the neck. Great, let's take 1 more breath in. And breath out. Slowly bringing the head back to center. We'll take that fist over by the left side body now. Winging that left elbow in. Tilting left ear to left shoulder. Ooh, this side is way tighter. Great, this really helps anchor down through that opposite shoulder so you can really get into the neck for 1 more breath. And slowly bringing the head back to center, releasing the hands behind the back to lean, uncross the legs, planting the feet wide. Let's find a few windshield wipers, letting the knees fall left and right, either keeping the hands back, or you can try and rotate through these hands free if that feels comfortable for you. This is going to be a little more challenging. We're trying to find as close to 90 degrees as we can with the legs. Great. Let's pause to one side. Let the legs tuck all the way off to come forward to find a tabletop position. Coming to all fours, hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. With an inhale, reaching the heart forward, shoulder blades squeeze together down. Exhaling to push away, round and contract. Nice. Inhaling to open that forward. Exhaling to round away. Great, let's take 1 more like that. Inhaling forward. Exhaling to round. Bringing the spine back to neutral with an inhale, kicking the right leg back, lifting it up. Exhale, pulls knee to nose to step that right foot through to a low lunge. If you're using blocks, you can grab those up under the hands. Thinking about hips facing forward here, tucking the tailbone, sending the hips down to open through the hip flexor. With an exhale, pulling it back to a hamstring stretch, straightening through the right leg, flexing the foot. Inhaling to take that forward. Exhaling to pull it back. Nice, let's do one more round here. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. With the next inhale, come forward, tucking the back toes to lift that knee. Let's walk our blocks and turn the toes all the way to the left long edge of the mat to come into a wide fold here. Great, once we arrive here, let's turn the heels in, toes out, bend into the knees, and take the hands up off the blocks, finding heart center. So we're thinking about actively driving the knees out here. Try not to let them collapse inward. Hands can come to the tops of the thighs. Taking an inhale breath. Exhaling to dip the right shoulder as you look to the left. Great, inhaling to take that through center. Exhaling to dip left, looking right. Nice, let's take that one more time. Inhaling center. Exhaling to dip right. Inhaling center. Exhaling left. Inhaling back to center, we'll rise up through the legs, reaching the arms up, turning the toes to the front to step to the top. With an exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, nice soft knees, melting it down, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen out the spine, halfway lift. Exhaling to fold, plant the hands, stepping it back to our plank and lowering to tabletop. With an inhale, left leg sends back. Exhale, pulls left knee to nose, stepping it through low lunge. Grabbing your blocks if you'd like here, hips facing forward, tucking the tailbone. Exhaling back, hamstring stretch, straightening through left leg, foot flexes. Inhaling to shift that forward. Exhaling it back. Nice, let's take one more round here. Inhaling forward. This is my favorite little sequence. Exhaling back. Great. With the next inhale, take that forward, tucking the back toes to lift that knee, walking our blocks, turning the hands over, or turning the toes over to the right long edge of the mat, coming into our wide fold. Nice. I'll keep the feet facing forward here as parallel, and either taking a couple breaths in this wide fold, or maybe walking down into your skandasana, walking hands over to the right, bending into the right knee, flexing left toes to sky, finding a bigger opening through the hip. You can pivot that through center of that wide fold to take it over to the left. Left knee bends, right toes turn to sky. Nice, let's pivot that back through to our wide fold for one more breath. Great, with the next inhale, rising up through the spine, reaching the arms up overhead, turning all the toes to the front to step up to the top. With an exhale, hinging forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen out through the spine, halfway lift. And let's bring our right hand to plant on a block or on the mat. Bending into the right knee, exhaling the left arm up to the sky, finding a twist here. If you like, you can also flex the left foot, rolling to the outer edge of that foot to get a little stretch through the side of the ankle. Great, let's take that through to the other side. Left foot replaces if it's lifted. Left hand down, bending into the left knee, exhaling the right arm up. If you did so on the other side, right foot flexes, rolling to that outer edge. One more breath. And replacing that foot back down, bending the knees as much as you need to plant the hands. We'll step it back to our plank, lower the knees, and push it back to a child's pose. Arms reach forward, forehead can melt down towards the mat. Let's find a full breath. And then one more big inhale. Exhale, take a walk with the hands over to the right, finding a stretch through the side body. And with the next inhale, walking that through center, Exhaling over to the left. Great. Inhaling to take that back to center. And start to walk the hands back towards you to find a comfortable kneeling position. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this quick little 15-minute class. If you did, please check out the link below for my Patreon, where we do multiple live classes per week. I also do a weekly free live class on YouTube Live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic Daylight Time.